My name is Jacob Ananda, the Chief Librarian of Nairobi City County Libraries. That includes McMillan Library, Kaluleni Library, and then where we are here at Eastlands, Makadara Library.
My name is Wanjiru Koinange. I am a co-founder at Bookbank. I am also a publisher at Bank Books, and I'm an author, recently published. And my first book is called The Havoc of Choice, and it is now available everywhere.
My name is Angela Washuka, and I'm a co-founder at Bookbank. I also publish books. We've recently started an outfit that is affiliated with the trust called Bank Books, and we are publishing funky stuff that we like by African writers, illustrators, animators, content creators.
In March 2018, the Nairobi City County Library entered into an MOU with the Bookbank Trusts in restoration of the Nairobi City County Libraries. And that is where the journey began.
This is the busiest of the 3 libraries. So the most exciting thing is blowing the capacity, like almost tripling it. We've opened up reading spaces outside, we've opened up doors, we've put doors where there were none, so the building is just a lot more open. We have a performance space, we have a lot of tech going in there, and I think it will definitely be the space where we can play the most with what a library means, because we have the actual real estate to do so.
What we are going to do on this part, we are going to make an outdoor terrace where you can sit. So what we'll do, we'll bring in a 40-foot container for this part, which will house the toilets. We'll have the male and the female toilets, and also a toilet for the disabled. This one will have a covered walkway, which will lead to these toilets. So for the walls, as you can see, this is a very old building. It was made in 1969. So what we are going to do with this, we are going to remove all this and put some rough and tough, which looks better. We are also going to remove these downpipes and the gutters and the whole roof, and do a very good roof with IT4 sheet, and do some good gutters. As you can see, it's a very old building. We need to make it look nice and more modern.
My favorite story so far was with a young lady who used the library herself when she was a student and was very excited about being part of refurbishing it for other people in her community. So that's always a deeply enthralling time.
I'm Selfa. I come from Maringo, around here. I do the casual labor cleaning and moving of stuff. The reason why I decided to get involved in this program is because as a kid I used to come here. It was my safe haven. Whenever I had an issue, I used to come here, relax. And I would also like in future other kids to find a place where they can relax, think about themselves, learn, and just have peace of mind of their own.
The beauty about this is that the buildings structures are up to date. They have been lacking some maintenance. And that is why Bookbank Trust, led by Wanjiru and Washuka, who are co-founders, approached us, and especially my boss who was leaving. So I took over the project, and we've been working hand in hand.
The joy has been how sound the buildings are. So everything you're doing is just to kind of, it's like putting on makeup on a building, so you're bringing out its best features. It has been the most surprising yet. We've discovered things we didn't know were in there that have kind of forced us to restructure and redesign and rethink the space. Asbestos is a thing we were building with in the 60s and 70s that is toxic, and we have to kind of figure out how to get rid of it. But this is what it means when you take on a building and all of its problems. And I think that what's been great is that we're able to work with a team who finds solutions with us.
Architecture obviously is taking up a large chunk of our time. We don't come from a construction background, so we learn something new all the time.
I'm Victor Nikal. I'm a design manager at Link. So we have hundreds of drawings done. We've done a lot of imagery, which kind of helped us to discuss the design with the Bookbank, and as well as the locals who've been shown what we're intending to do. And we think in the next 5-6 weeks we're going to have something that everyone is going to be really proud of. Yes, so the other interesting thing about this is we've contracted local artists from around the area who are going to be doing graffiti in some of the spaces. Part of the artwork is also going to be paying homage to some of the bigger artists who've made it. You know, Eastlands is big on the hustle, the Nairobi culture and sports and music. So there's a lot of big people who've come from here, and they're going to be seen on some of the imagery that's going to be done. So that's something that we are keen to see through, and we know this is going to come out well, and we're just really excited to see it happening.
As you can see, the project is already halfway complete. We're just waiting for some small fittings. We've done a nice shelf that is able to be fixed on the wall. It's no longer be able to move around and interfere with the works that have been done. We are looking at a position whereby life has been brought back to the libraries, because initially it was just a building. But as we speak, we're looking at the terraces where we can have a garden. We're going to have the children's section where they can do storytelling, can do poetry. We also, another major uplift is the reference room that we've actually turned into like an auditorium, whereby we're going to do a stage so that presentations can be done, whereby plays can be done, whereby we can convert it to a conference room, so that at the end of the day that the library space is maximally used. So that is what we are expecting, and I'm sure the community is also expecting the same.
It's been a hard year, and it's incredible that we've been able to move on with Makadara. And the fundraising process was, I guess, a series of conversations. We finished Kaloleni, managed to pull off the Kaloleni restoration in 2020, and that kind of got us the kind of buy-in we needed from partners to then support the next build. And the research and communication around our intention was fueled by the community and what they wanted. And the data we got from the community then helped us design this space.
Currently, we're moving books back to the Makadara Library, and basically the library is in the process of finishing. So right now we're bringing the books back in, we're sorting them, we're trying to do a physical reading for them, so that as we completely open the library, everything is in place and the books that are needed are where they're supposed to be. The books as they look right now, they're all scattered, they're all in different places. What my crew and I are doing is stacking them up in piles. The books are all numbered. We have a list for this. So every book is going to be shelved back to the shelves in a systematic way.
Probably one of my best features would be where all the books sit and all the kind of open spaces that people will have access to that were not there before. I get very excited thinking about the access things that we've also put in, like wheelchair access and toilets also for use by disabled people.
My name is Simon Kahora, main contractor. We've been working on this project for Book Bank since early last year. We handed over like about a month ago. So today we are having the first snagging meeting post-construction. So we're in the defects liability period, which we ran through for 3 months. So this is the first month since we handed over. So we just come to check any defects that have arisen since we handed over, which is the list we've gone through, checked and ticked some items which we've already addressed, and established new ones which have manifested since that first list was shared. We have 2 tanks, so we disconnected one just to make sure it's not the one. It didn't leak. We disconnected the other one, and that's now the leak you can see, and we've established is the ball valve that has a malfunction. So we are working on the ball valve. After clearing and drying the ceiling, we'll give it some few days just to make sure whatever is on the slab, because these are concrete slab, dries out, then we paint. This is an ongoing process, so we'll have a similar meeting for the next month, which will be the second one, to check already established ones and what we've arrested and what we've addressed, and if at all, there'll be new ones.
everything we need from them is power. So then take all that down. We are incredibly mind blown that we're actually like more than 50% of the way done with the construction in Eastlands.
We have been incredibly lucky to work with the Sharjah World Book Capital. They were the World Book Capital in 2019. And this is a designation by UNESCO that happens with a different country and a different city every year. And as part of the legacy of them having been the book capital, they wanted to support something that speaks to the aims of what book capitals do and the love of reading that they inspire in people, but also opening up spaces for people to enjoy words and literature. So Sharjah World Book Capital are our most valued partner. We've been working with them for a few months now. It's been a deeply engaging process, kind of a two-way process where you're talking to your partner and your partner is talking to you, and our goals are aligned, and we're super, super happy and thrilled to be able to bring this in for Nairobi.
So it is May 2021. We have taken a bit longer than we thought we would for this job, for this rebuild. But we're just about ready to reopen it. In about 2 weeks, we'll be ready to open to the public. We've trained security teams, we've trained janitors, we've hired people from the community, and we're just at the tail end of testing everything out. So we're excited, finally open, both this space and Kaloleni, by the way. So exciting times ahead.
Eastlands Library looks very different today, quite a bit of fanfare, and the reason for that is because we're finally reopening this branch to the public. We're super, super excited that after 10 months and really kind of hard graft on this library, transforming nearly almost about everything about it, we're able to welcome people back again to use it. We were getting 182 users a day before the upgrade of this branch, and we are anticipating for that number to go much, much higher. Thank you so much to everyone at Book Bank who's put in so much work over the last 10 months making this library reflect the funkiness of Nairobi. And thank you so much to the Nairobi City County as well and the Sharjah World Book Capital for overseeing this entire transformation. So welcome to Eastlands Library. We're back in business.